Elio's story is a story I think that lots of people go through, kids, teenagers, and adults, everybody, all ages. He's going through grief at a young age that I feel like no kid should have to go through. Losing both parents at such a young age, and also just feeling lonely and feeling like you don't really belong in your home. And I think that's a very important thing that people should know, is that you will always belong, and there's always people that love you, and you should never feel alone.
I'm Brad Garrett, and I play Lord Grygon. Well, he is a very misunderstood villain, and he is intense. He is overreactive. Actually, you know what? They should come up with an overreaction figure. I don't know if they've ever done that, but he would be perfect for that. Could be my bad acting. I'm not sure really what fault it is, but he is he's kind of the bad guy in the Elio movie, but with Elio's compassion and young wisdom, I think he learns a bit how to be a better villain, can you say that? And a good father.
My name's Shirley Henderson, and I play 𝘬𝘢𝘢, which is this tiny little liquid supercomputer they describe her as. She's like this size, you know. And she floats about and escorts Elio all over the place, and is there to meet him. She's kind of a meet and greet type character, PA, facilitator, you know, that type of thing.
Elio was actually inspired by 𝘧𝘢𝘢𝘁 𝘠𝑚. That was his. The concept was his initial idea. He grew up on a military base. His dad was a military dentist, and he felt very out of place there. He felt like this weird artsy kid who just didn't know how to fit in.
I think the most exciting thing was the scope we were able to create of the communiverse and how many different aliens there were. If you think about old sci-fi films, they're so limited by technology. It's often just a person in a suit, and they all look like people, to be honest. And with animation, we can do anything. And so, and we're always pushing ourselves at Pixar. So this is the biggest set we've ever made. It's one of the biggest worlds we've ever created, and we have 16 different species of aliens plus different types. So I think it's one of the richest worlds we've ever built.
I think with the Pixar movie especially, I worked on different voiceover things and animated things before, but I think what's super special with Elio and in Pixar in general is just how long of a process that it can be. I mean, I started working on this movie when I was 11, turning 15, so 4 years almost. And I think for the whole 4 years that I've worked on it, it's never been boring. Like, it's always been so fun to work on, and I think you could be in a session for 3 hours just working on the same scene, and then when you come back the next day, you could be working on the same scene again. And I think what's great is that they take so much time into perfecting each scene, and that's what makes it maybe different and more challenging than others.
Actually, I do. Believe it or not, my childhood was, I was bullied a lot. Because I have to tell you, you're going to find this interesting. I was always very large. I was like 6 feet at like 13. So all my classmates thought I was either an undercover cop or flunked 4 grades. So I was bullied a lot because I wasn't a tough kid. So I kind of really related to that with Elio.
Seemed just very nice. In the end, it's like every other job. You are just there to do the work. You know, you're in a tiny little studio just by yourself. And you're linking up with people and you're trying to come up with what they might want. So you don't feel the bigness of it. It's events like this you start to realise, well, people are interested in this. But it was lovely. The team were amazing, really down to earth and lovely. So.
I mean, our story at the core of it is a story about a lonely boy who learns how to connect with others, who learns how to make his first friend by going on this galactic space adventure. So our hope is that audiences will also feel inspired to connect with the people around them as well. Yeah,
I think at Pixar, I love a Pixar movie where I leave thinking about something, and here we have a bunch of different things we're hoping people leave with, but my main one is just that we've all felt lonely at one point or another, right? And you can feel like there's something wrong with you, and you can put up armor and not want to reach out to people. But I think, as we can see, maybe you can find friendship or connection anywhere in the world. Maybe it's a toothy worm across the universe who has no eyes but can still see you. And if you can risk and bring that armor down, and maybe collectively all of us can do that, we can see in the communiverse they've done that. They've found a way to work together. So it's really about connection. I hope that's what people leave the theater thinking.
They should expect to cry, to laugh, and to just experience this amazing universe that Pixar has created. And I was lucky enough to see this movie early. And Pixar is so talented, and they're really good at creating like things that you've never seen before, especially like the 𝘠𝘠universe.